Good evening, Africa. This is Healing Conversations with Ntabise Ngwepe. It's always such a pleasure coming into your homes and, of course, tapping into your mental space. Tonight, I want you to journey with me as we take a peek into the mental space of my idol for 2022, Thapelo Molomo. He took South Africa by storm and the Christian world at that matter when he backed the coveted title of Idols 2022. And without a doubt, we all rallied around him and it proved to be such a joyous moment for the country as a whole. But there is another element to the Idols competition, and that is what I would like to speak about. Moving from just being Thapelo Molomo, the artist, the gospel musician, to being an overnight sensation. Let's hear what this journey entailed. Abuti Thapelo, always a pleasure seeing you.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I've really witnessed firsthand how busy your hectic schedule has become.
Yeah.
How has the transformation been?
The transformation has been so much by far. Exciting moments, sad moments there and there, because it's just a whole change. Everything just got to transform from just that guy and to this now, that guy from just church and to a guy to South Africa now. So there's been a huge transformation for me, I don't want to lie. But overall, it has been a beautiful experience by far.
You woke up one morning and you said, I'm going to give Idols a chance.
Yes.
I'm going to enter the competition. Went to the auditions, and then you walked out with a golden ticket.
Yes.
Were you expecting that? Were you even looking forward to entering the competition?
Okay. Before I actually went to Idols, I really processed it prior. I did my mini research there to understand the prawns and what's expected of you and all of those things. And then I was like, okay, I think now that I'm almost to 30, because the competition can only take you before 30. And I was like, I'm definitely entering this.
This is the time.
This is the time, yeah. And then I went there. The week where I went for the audition, there was a revival at some church where I was invited. The whole week I was there. So when I got to that room, my voice was not there to start off with. And I was like, yo, Mudimu, I think this is a wrong move, man. Hey, what if now, I'm an upcoming artist who's here to start afresh in a way. And what if things don't go right?
And I'm voiceless.
I'm voiceless. I'm from a revival, I was like, hey, I was really, really terrified that day. And like, I'm definitely going to mess up my mini career that is about to develop because of this. But then I had now to come again and go to the toilet and prep myself emotionally, because with all these things, it starts with your emotions within. If your emotions are high and good and stable at the time, you are able to deliver very well. So I did that. I went in, had my moment with myself, and I was like, I think this is my time. I didn't even say I think. I said, this is my time. This is my season. I need to go there and do what's best for me. Win or no win, I would have tried, because I believe in just starting. Before you cut yourself, take a step and do something, And then I did exactly that. I got in there, I got the 3 yeses, and I came back with a smile. And I just knew this is the start of greatness for me.
So you come back with a golden ticket,
Yes.
and now your life must drastically change.
Yeah.
You are now having to make adjustments on the professional space.
Yes.
So that you are fully participating in the competition.
Correct.
Tell me what goes on in your mind. At this point, you are Thapelo from Mukopane. Yes. You've got a couple of songs. I remember on Tatile.
Yes.
And you don't fully comprehend what that golden ticket means. Yes. And now it's in your hand.
Yes. And now it's in my hands, and I cry for everyone that goes to Idols, and getting it, you start prepping. For me, I had work, number one, to start with. So like you said, I had to adjust so many things in between, because you're a full-time employee. It's either you are in for the job or you lose it altogether. No one can grant you a whole 3 months to go and stay somewhere and not do your work. But I've seen the hand of the Lord, honestly, because I found my superiors actually coming in after I've disclosed to say, look, I'm on Idols. I'm expected to be there for this period of time, and my senior was like, you know what, I don't know, but I just feel I need to really assist you throughout the entire process of this. I know it's going to jeopardize things there and there, but I'm willing to take a stand and actually assist you. So that was just God. Those were signs for me to say,
the hand of God.
God is in this.
Yeah.
Because, and I got paid, throughout my entire process also. I thought my salary was going to be cut and stuff like that. No. I found the SAPS coming in and really supporting me through the entire process. So that was really God. Yes, it was challenging with being within the competition, but looking at the backup that I had from work, from family, it was really, really good for me.
Your family?
Yes.
Do you phone them and do you say, yo, happy, chakashich? Hey, and what is their reaction?
Honestly, when I went for the audition, I didn't tell anyone. My family, I didn't really disclose to them anyway, because I'm from a bit of illiterate family, very ignorant people. What's what high and what the idols you're thinking, what is that? They don't even understand. And I remember this other day I told my sister, I'm from the idols and I got a golden ticket. She's like, so when I come home, I million already win.
Oh wow!
The chain is too long.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. We will see. But also, her saying that she was confirming something, in the spiritual
realm.
Space.
Yeah.
Yes, that is like, you already carry. Hi, Aretloe. But I took it very well. Then along the way, that's when they started to understand the whole process, But they were very supportive. My dad, more especially, because my mom passed on. My dad was like, okay, I don't understand all things. Let me just do my things at the corner, which is praying for you. That's all that I know. And then he did exactly that, and my siblings as well.
So now we are in the competition.
Yes.
Just take me through the day-to-day, aspect of being a contestant in the idols. Do you live in a camp? Like, is your everyday life the way it was? Or are you now secluded there? Do you go through training? Hey, wake up at 6 o'clock. It's time for your vocals. What happens?
It's so much going on in there. You live like you are in some trainee of some soldier of some sort, because you live according to a certain roster. They give you a schedule. 5 o'clock you must be up. It's gym. You come back from gym, it's big breakfast, you bath. Then from there, it's vocal trainings throughout. Then it's interviews in the process. You do some shootings there and there. Everything is just scheduled, and you don't have really much time for yourself, which hence a lot of contestants, when they leave the competition, most of them, you find that they have this minor depressions and stuff, because you got into that space and so much was put into you. And out of that, you are expected to deliver at the same time on that stage as if nothing has been going on, So it was so overwhelming to a lot of us, I don't want to lie. A lot of us, meaning me as well, as much as I'm a therapist, but hey, I felt the pressure. Sometimes you do counseling and your client will tell you, I'm depressed. You don't relate because you've never been in that space.
Yes.
And I experienced exactly that. It was so much. We went through a lot. Pressure of having to deliver. You're not sure if you're going to make it this week. And there's people that are supporting you behind. You don't want to let them down. There's a price ahead. Already you are budgeting. What is that money must come. My couches must come out. There's so much going on, So yeah, the pressure was a lot. And within that Idol's house, there's so much going on. You interact with contestants. You argue. There's different characters, remember, and different ethnicity. We come from different religion. So having to put everything together in one and correlate with everybody and still be Thapelo, it was quite challenging. And we're in the same house altogether. So yeah, the pressure was too much.
Now, it brings me to the question, how do you preserve yourself to make sure I cope in this?
Yeah. So what I personally did, in actual fact, they would even testify. I was not really a loner, but I've always managed to distinguish myself from everyone. always be there when it's needed, and more especially if the production says you're expected to be in this particular area at this time to do this, I'll be there. Then of that, I try not to socialize a lot. I be in my own space, meditate, pray, work on the material that you've been given, and really dedicate myself in what the reason why I'm here. I was avoiding so much to lose myself, because I realized if I can be too playful, I'll forget the price and the title, and my focus is actually there. So that's what really helped me a lot. I was distinguishing myself from everybody and making sure that I'm available when I'm needed. When I'm not, I'm in my room, I'm in my corner, I do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
Let's talk about self-prepping. You did it just before you went for your audition. You came back with a golden ticket. How significant did it become for you, Sunday after Sunday, going out there performing and having to attract votes?
Yeah.
How do you then, say to yourself, I have to, I can do this? What goes on in your mind?
In my mind. I think what helped me personally is it's my personality. It made it easier for people to love or fall in love with me, because I was being realistic with myself, and I was like, you know what, this is Thapelo, because now I'm in a national platform. So I tried not to hide my authenticity to the people, so that they can just love me for who I am. I believed in that. Hence, even today, after the Idols, I still get the same support that I got even before, because I'm not changing in anyhow. So that honesty, number one, it made me to be real, also to deliver on stage. I had to be me. I had to be an African boy. That made people easier to relate, also with the song choice that I was choosing every Sundays. It was easier for them to catch up and say, okay, no, this is our African boy. I was just being me every Sunday. That was really helpful a lot.
Authenticity.
Yes.
So you went into the competition with a goal, I don't want to lose myself.
Yes.
And how realistic has that been to you? Stepping onto the stage, ultimately winning and being the sensation that you are now.
Yes.
Have you lost a little bit of yourself in any way?
In all honesty, there was supposed to be a room for me to do that, to lose myself, because remember now you just won. It's this big fame. Every media house wants a piece of you. People want to talk to you, and thank God to my Christian life, went back to the scriptures now, the issues of pride. I was like, yeah, there's a great chance that one can be very prideful. I mean, you are on top of the world now.
Everyone is clapping hands for you,
clapping
and demanding a piece of you.
Exactly. And I was like, this is danger. This is very, very danger. I had to pray it out myself in my little corner in my room. And say, I cannot allow this spirit, because it's there. I mean, you walk at the malls, everybody's like, Thapelo. It's easy to develop the wings now and start to really move from who you are and be this this idol, actually, that everybody's expecting to be. So I fought that till today. I become as real as much as I can be. Hence, immediately after I've won, I started selling acha and eggs. I was dealing with that as well, to say, look, I'm real, guys. I'm just Thapelo, and there's nothing that has to change about that. Win or what, it doesn't really matter. All these things we get, they are all seasonal. They are there for a certain period of time and phase. And who knows, they can fade away. But when they fade away, you'll still find me the way I was. Nothing has to change. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm presenting myself as I am, normalizing all this so-called fame to man, to say, look, the only difference is that I'm known by people and you are not. But it doesn't mean there's anything difference between the two of us. In actual fact, you find that you are more advantageous. You are more wealthy than I am. It's just that I'm known by people more than that you do.
Now, the very important aspect of this, the fact that you are known by people makes your struggles also very public.
Correct.
So, if I were to suffer a heartbreak, I would suffer it in the corridors of my home.
Yes.
But yours, you magazine will want to hear about it. So how do you deal with that now?
The privacy.
Yeah.
I push not to give in so much to people. Keep your life private. We all have our private life, and we all have our out life that people expect. And the presentation that I've shown to the world is that I'm a singer, I'm a therapist, I sell egg, I'm a hustler, and it ends exactly there. Any other thing, it's my personal life, really. And to drive the two, you are just helping yourself, you know, so that you don't find yourself now exposing so much of you to the world unnecessarily so, because certain things you expose, they catch up with you later. So I try to drive that. Look, I've presented to you as a singer and whatnot, and that's it. That's exactly what you'll have to see from now going on. That's my life for you guys. Then I have my personal private space where now everybody gets naked for who they are in their personal space. That's exactly what I do.
I think it was Beyonce who said this. She said when Nina Simone sang, people, you know, were aroused by her voice. She said there was never a point where people wanted to know, what did Nina Simone eat? What do her children look like?
Yes.
There was no obsession that there currently is. So she doesn't understand why they need to put her life, you know, her children out there,
Correct.
her public life, you know, everything about her life being so public. And are you also drawing the line to say, you know, I can only give you this much?
100%. You know me for singing, so know me for singing. Meaning my life has to be exposed in that space. Exactly. You're just trying to help yourself, you know, the mental part of things. Like I said, giving in so much to the people, unnecessary things, they catch up with you and they affect you back as well. So I try not to get to that point just for my mental health sake. Yeah.
And the voices that also, you know, I've kind of observed, the more you give yourself to people, the more entitled they become.
Correct.
I can't help but refer to this. In social media, I saw people commenting about your private life, commenting about your body,
Yes.
and a lot of negativity there. So how do you now deal with it? And I must say, I didn't see you respond.
Yeah. Exactly. You just don't respond. I mean, in life, not even in life, but generally, we people are entitled to their opinion, and you can't be now going around arguing or rather correcting or proving a point to each and every individual. In social media, some are real, some are fake accounts. There's so much going on, you know. So having now to go to each and every comment and correcting and saying, no, guys, this is you're gonna really crush your mental health. So you let them be. Anyway, the moment I took a decision and went to Idols, it means I understood that I'm going to be a public figure now. You know, people are gonna talk about me, good or bad. That preparation alone is very critical for anyone who wants to be in the social space. You must understand that you are going to be the topic of life, actually. Just bound yourself for that till eternity, because that's exactly where you are. So you can't now go around and correcting people what they think. Do you post your music, post your pictures, and let it be. You let them now, because that's what social media does. You give them to narrate and whatever. We all hope that we would get positive feedback from people, but it's not always the case. You let them be. Judge your shoes, judge your body, judge your hair, judge this. It's okay. People are bored, people are using their airtime, people are using their data. They are entitled to their money, so you let them be and do themselves. You know you, miss. I know Thapelo. I say what okay, get Thapelo, so. That's me, and I need to be confident and comfortable
In who you are.
who I am, and it ends there. And then I do my music. That's how we cope.
I want to take you back to the competition now.
Yeah.
To what extent, you know, as you are choosing your songs and preparing for your performances over the week for the Sunday, do you get to a point where you feel that this is not me? You know, this song, maybe disco.
Yeah.
Maybe they say this week, do they even choose for you that this week we want disco, this week we want pop? And what happens when you feel, man, this is not me? How does that work?
Okay, obviously with Idols, it's a pop competition. It's a secular, most populated competition. They've just introduced gospel. I mean, It's not that long. So I went there knowing, number one, that I'm going to come across this. Like I said, I really did my research and prepped myself and looked at the bigger picture for this space. You know, I was like, Idols, it's for everyone, young and old, every genre. People are there. So I can utilize that space now to spread my wings in terms of my ministry, number one, because now I'm exposed not just in a gospel space, but in just every platform.
And almost every genre.
Every genre,
Yeah.
exactly. So now, whether the song is pop or disco, I had to prep myself and say, look, you are gonna give it your A game, comfortably or not. You go there, you kill that song, because you get a list, Missing Idols, then maybe 20 songs. You all choose from there, the contestant. So somebody will choose your song that you love best, and you are remaining with the ones that you don't like. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna leave the competition? You must choose. So you take that one, it's fine. You go make a research, you deliver. That's how I was coping. I just had to prep myself and say, song, whether I like it or I don't, if this is the song that I'm supposed to do this Sunday, I'm going to do it.
And I'm gonna bring an element of myself.
Of
deliver it as
exactly.
I would.
Yes. Correct.
Now let's speak about the challenges that you face coming out of the competition from people around you. Because right now, according to me, I'm sitting with a millionaire.
Yeah.
So obviously, knowing you, it's possible that I may pick up problems here and there, and I would think, Eish, because these people are calling me and I don't have them at Thapelo, man.
Yes.
Yes. So do you get those odd requests from Asmi Mangwebe? Thapelo, just pay my account, please.
Exactly.
Thapelo, school fees for the kids.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of challenges. I mean, after you have won, you're like, hey, maybe if I didn't win, I would be cool. Because now, number one, you attract and you also lose in terms of humanity now. People come that just suddenly come from family, from long lost friends, they start want to be close, from celebrities as well, you know, because what I've realized is that with celebrities, they always want to attach themselves to what's light at that time. And once that light of that person is gone, then they drift away. They go look for another one as a way of sustaining, I don't know what, but I've just observed that. Number one. Two, with families, you know, they just pop in, Thapelo this and this and this. And then friends, you lose. Some you lose. You know, I've just lost a very good friend of mine of 17 years, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's bad. And you don't understand really what's happening in those spaces. But you lose, you get along the way, you know. But also, people don't understand that $1 million bathong, if it's like 2 days, yeah, fell $1 million. Once you buy a house, it's done. You go short, whatever. Yeah, so such understanding. So those are some of the challenges that I faced by far. But thank God to my profession, I'm able to balance things right and handle them with care without trying not to hurt anyone. You know, just make people understand that, lose. $1 million, it's done. It's not even there probably by now. It's all your hustles that you need to do. You go out there and work yourself. You know, exactly. I don't give money. I'm one person that doesn't give money. I always fight to say, let's start something.
Yeah, let's empower you. How do we empower you?
Exactly. Yeah. How do we empower you so that you can do something? That's why I started that business of X, really. I was just trying to say, look, friends, let's start something that can generate us income. You go work and make your own money.
And of course, social media was a buzz. He won $1 million and now he's selling eggs. Bro. It was not even 2 months. Now he's selling eggs. And then another one said, not only eggs, Archer. And how do you find yourself dealing with that? Because really the perception that we have now, that one must be broke in order to hustle, it's really a myth.
Yes, it's really a myth.
It's really a myth.
It's really, and I wanted to address that. Actually, that's why I started that business. To say, look, at your most highest peak, you can do something. You don't have to stop. When all is good and set, proceed. Regenerate there. Don't wait to drop the level.
Yeah.
You know, and that's exactly that's the message that I wanted to show the people out there, to say, at your most highest peak, don't even choose. Cheleta in a color.
Yeah.
It doesn't say I come from a fancy office. No, on the streets. You know, Archer, you go there by the rank, which is my next plan of the business. You go sell there, you know, exactly. You make money. They laugh, but you are actually generating income.
That's
from
true.
that laughter.
That's true.
So that is the whole purpose of this, you know. And I believe actually a lot of young people got to learn something because I got a positive feedback from most to say, you've awakened me. You made me realize that I don't have to wait for Bus John for me to get job. I just need to wake up and take that 500 ranta that I buy for sneakers and go buy
start
a flower
something.
and go in the rank and sell something. So it was really impactful for a lot of people.
To get yourself a copy of our latest books, The Mending of a Broken Vessel and Maintaining Your Joy, a journal for daily positive living, visit a bookstore near you.